Now, the #1 swing killer has got nothing to do with your swing.
Oh no! Foot slipped. Yeah.
Now, the majority of golfers have actually got a stance and alignment problem, which runs into the swing. And I know that's the boring stuff, but don't leave just yet, will you? Because this is absolutely massive.
Now, I'd say that at least 90% of my new pupils that come along for a golf lesson are aiming way too far to the right and swinging back to the left, back to react to the target, leading the downswing with their upper body and throwing the club head over the top and swinging from outside to in.
Now, you're losing massive amounts of power, club head speed and control.
But if you stand directly behind with both eyes fixed on the target, then it's easy, isn't it? It's a piece of cake. But as soon as we stand side onto the target, the world looks like a completely different place. As I turn and tilt my head, my right eye becomes stronger and the line of vision gets bent over to the right. And then we tend to follow it. And then react left to get back to the target.
Now, golf is a target-orientated sport. The body will always want to react to get back to the target. The problem is, from wrong to perfect never works. You've got to shock your body. You've got to do the complete opposite to truly reprogram and reset.
Now, if your body is programmed to aim too far to the right and then swing back to the left to get back to the target, then just to aim directly at the target is not enough. It's not a big enough change. And you're still going to swing from outside to in and pull the ball or slice it.
Now, muscle memory or brain memory, or whatever you want to call it, for the wrong movements is really hard to shake off. It's a beast, but you can't beat it.
Now, it's much easier to make a really big change in the opposite direction, rather than a small change that you can't really feel, because there's not enough feedback. So to correct it, you've got to do the complete opposite and aim way left and swing out towards the right, out towards the target, until your body becomes familiar with the new set of movements. Now, the best way to start is to put the feet together and get the hand and arm motion correctly aligned first, and get the hands and arms firing and learn to get fast, softly, and you'll stay injury-free. Now, your body movements, impact position and direction towards the target will all be so much better, so much more consistent, so much more stable and solid. Now, as you can see, that I'm pretty passionate about this because it's the best thing a golfer can do. So just do it. Now, when you've got to grips with it, you can widen your stance and you can start to get your body involved. And let your feet follow your hands and arms in a nice, relaxed and free-flowing motion. Onto your right foot in the backswing, onto your left foot into the downswing, and then turn through to the finish. Now, as soon as you can hit the ball straight out to the right, out towards the target, then you can start to adjust your stance and then work back to straight. Now any spin issues can be ironed out with a grip change. So if you take a weaker grip, which opens the face through impact, or a stronger grip, which closes the face through impact. And introducing more release or earlier release as the right hand turns over the left, closing the face through impact. And everything that happens in the downswing happens way before impact. Impact is too late. We're doing the opposite and releasing under, turning the right hand under the left, which opens the face to square things up through impact.
These sprinklers are getting closer.
And aiming to the right is 1,000 times worse than aiming way to the left, because you're going to be swinging across the body, blocking the rotation. You're actually standing in your own way, just like any other sports or movements. And yes, in extreme cases you can aim way too far left, which also blocks the body and interferes with the free-flowing swinging motion. But generally, this isn't a thing.
Position, and if you notice, in the old days I used to stand very open, and as I've gotten older I've almost squared up.
And if you just stop for a minute and think about other movements and sports that we play, and we do these things naturally, automatically. We stand open and react out towards the right, out towards the target, and our bodies are free to turn and move. And you'll see many elite players, they aim left in relation to the target and swing out towards the right, out towards the target. And you'll see it on television with Top Tracer. The ball always starts to the right, either a push fade or draws back, whatever their preferred shot shape is.
But if I'm trying to hit one 330 in the air, I'm just trying to move the club as fast as I can. Yeah. So let's see what I can do. How much higher would that?
So do yourself a favour and do a dynamic stance and alignment check. On the golf course, in a real live golfing situation. Not on a driving range mat or on the driving range with sticks. Because you know what? Your swing fault might have absolutely nothing to do with your swing. Can you imagine that? And if your lesson doesn't start with a dynamic stance and alignment check, then you want to ask, why not?
Perfect. Just do it. Now the more... Now the majority of...